between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Dalton, 1st and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And Eifert has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down of the process. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The numbers for Eifert in that game last week, comfortably up over 100 yards when cruising past that number, and 2 touchdowns.
How'd you like to be the D coordinator this week? He watched that game last week, and I know his first thought was, we have to find a way to take him out of the game plan. We cannot let him do that to us.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
50, Mike's 50. One.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Throwing Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Jones. His throw incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're saying right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Bryant has it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Dez Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. This is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Indy. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Faster. Hey, wahoo. Shoot.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. On second down now, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Dalton setting up the screen here. Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jones going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And oh, that is going to be a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets? A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
Let's go, go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
I'm going to hit you all day.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. Devin Bush in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he completes it to Westbrook. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. His throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Back to throw. Jones got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Dalton off play action. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now a first down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. On the delay, Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. The open man is Westbrook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. Looking long. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. It's caught by Bryant. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Eventually recovered by the offense.
Come on, man. Let's go.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. All right, let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Complete to Bryant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. He completes it to Boyd. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Dez Bryant. As the first half is winding down. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Now that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we reach halftime. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Here's Jones on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jones throwing again. Open man is Cantrell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football. Touchdown, Steelers!
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Out left side here to Bryant. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. On first down, Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Now Jones, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Jones, going to throw again. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
We got hustle.
And they're going to speed things up here. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they held him in check on the scoreboard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up the 3rd down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Aiken.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Here's Ajayi. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They try right side here. Gurley shoves him aside. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead.
I know.
And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 12, Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Passing, it's Dalton, and he's going to go down again. Devin Bush, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Austin. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
On first down, Aiken. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Aiken. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Hey, let's go. Get set.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run on first down. Aiken. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Check the ball. Check the ball.
On 2nd down, Aiken. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And how about this? It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Boston Scott, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards.
I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So now the Bengal offensive unit. Back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Clelin Ferrell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back to, and that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. So Dalton now. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clelin Ferrell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 12 on the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now it's Gurley. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. So here we go, Charles. Third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. And they are going to take possession of the football. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the